It looks like Chernobyl after the nuclear accident, with weeds growing in the streets, houses desolate, and the air so thick and quiet you can hear a pin drop. It may have been the biggest town bust in Wyoming history. Once sporting thousands, it now has less than 40 residents. The town boomed when the uranium mine opened for America's nuclear and arsenal power plants. Thousands of people moved to the area, built houses, stores, schools, and churches. But when the market went bust, the town collapsed. Stay tuned. Destination Mystery presents Case File 26.
You are listening to Mystery Media Group.
Yay! So, Michael, do you want to talk about the town that we found this weekend? We can't give out the name or location of this town because there are still a few residents that live there. So we're just going to kind of talk about it without doing that.
My daughter moved to Wyoming a couple of months ago, so we decided to go visit her and see how she was doing. But I always look on Google Earth to find cool places to visit because it's more fun to visit with people while you're doing something cool. So I spent a little time on Google Earth, and I found this little mining town that was in the middle of nowhere. And it was mostly abandoned, but there's a few residents that still linger on and live there. But for the most part, it was abandoned completely. Well, the buildings are empty, but they left a school behind that looked like they just walked away from.
Yeah, and we're talking about apartments, townhouses, houses, stores, school. I think there was a church. I mean, it was a full town.
Yeah.
And it was really cool because the streets had grass growing in the cracks of the streets, and
it was like a foot high in the street.
Yeah, there were antelope everywhere, and the stop signs were really worn and stuff. It was like being in an episode of Walking Dead. You're just waiting for a zombie to come.
Zombies to come. Yep.
To come out.
That's what I thought.
It was so fun, though.
It was. It also reminded me of one of those towns they build to blow up with a nuclear bomb to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, I thought about that too. Well, and nearby, we tried to go up and look at the actual mine, and there was a sign that said it was radioactive.
Yeah.
And they had it fenced off like tight. You couldn't get up there. And warnings everywhere that's saying that it was radioactive. So maybe they did drop a few bombs out there. Who knows? So I was doing some research on this city. I'd never heard of it until you brought me there. It started out as a homestead, and some people settled there and turned it into a little town with a store and a post office and stuff. A good place for people to kind of stop because I guess it's right on the highway or one of the highways that used to be used quite often. And then pretty soon they discovered uranium. It grew to be over 4,000 people.
It grew fast.
Yeah, it grew fast and big. And after they couldn't mine anymore, everybody just started trickling away. And now, according to a newspaper article, there's only about 50 people living there, but I don't even think I didn't see anybody. I can't see how there would even be 50 people living there, but who knows?
I don't think so either. There's nothing else to do there.
No. One gentleman who wrote a newspaper article compared the town to, he says it reminds me of Chernobyl after a nuclear accident.
Yeah, I can see that.
And then there was another lady who actually took one of the abandoned apartment buildings and turned it into a library. So the few citizens that still live there have some books to read. It's just like walking through an episode of Walking Dead. There's nothing out there except some antelope. But we kind of explored. Do you want to talk about some of the things that we explored and found?
There were 3 types of housing out there that I could tell. One was these long, skinny buildings that I believe housed just the men who worked in shifts, because there'd be a bedroom, then a bathroom between, another bedroom, bathroom, bedroom, bathroom. And they just had little kitchenettes in the center of the place. There were several buildings like that, long and skinny. And then there was like townhouses, 20 of them, every single one identical, facing different directions, exactly
About
the
3
same.
bedrooms apiece, yeah.
Yeah. And then they had places where the sidewalk was poured, the fence was put in, the foundation was poured. I assume that they had, at one point, had manufactured homes sitting on them. And I guess over the years, they've taken them and moved them somewhere else. And in the very back of the town had just lots where you could park a camper on it.
So it wasn't like an old West mining town. This was a town that boomed in around
The 70s. I don't think there was any actual houses, though. It was apartment or townhouses or trailer houses. I don't think there was a single.
Yeah, the foundations did look like they were the size of a trailer. So that makes sense.
Not a very big one.
But my favorite part of the whole town was the school. What about you?
Oh, yeah, by far. I think that school was a lot newer than the rest of the town.
It was in really
It looked to be in good shape, yeah.
It reminded me a lot of the high school that I went to. The old gym floor, the old wooden bleachers, the locker rooms, and there was still uniforms and jerseys and
knee pads.
Yeah, sports equipment. I even found a pile of camp forms that parents had signed for, I think it was a softball camp or something. There was still toilet paper in the bathrooms. I wanted to try the bell to see if it worked, but Michael told me it couldn't. There was no electricity. There's no way it would have worked. There was tons of desks still in there, and they were in great shape. Like they didn't even have gum or things scratched into them.
Graffiti on them.
Yeah. I mean, it was just in really good shape. So it was a lot of fun to go. And we probably spent a couple of hours in just the school alone.
Oh, yeah.
But it took us most of the day to go through the town. When we were in the school, when we first went in there, it sounded like people were walking all around us. I think it turned out that it was probably just the rafters, the wind blowing through the rafters or something.
What's what we're going to call it? I don't know what it was, but
yeah,
it sure sounded like somebody's in there with us.
I mean, it's Wyoming. It's always windy, so that makes logical sense. But it did sound like somebody was walking around in there the whole time we were in there. And maybe they were. I mean, it was a big enough place. We didn't see him, but I don't know. It was pretty cool. My daughter, I was telling her about it when I got back home, and she's like, "Oh, can we set up tents in the gym and go stay the night there?" And I was like, "Oh, that sounds like fun. Let's do that."
Yeah.
But we went into one of the kind of like dorm rooms.
Yeah, for mine workers.
And we were walking through the first floor, just kind of looking around. And then we went up to the second floor, and it was like the vibe completely changed. It was really weird. Kind of creeped me out a bunch. And we had like our EMF detector. We were reading temperatures and stuff throughout and videotaping. And the EMF detector didn't go off at all until we got towards the end of that hall. And then it's kind of started going off like crazy. We looked around to make sure there wasn't like any electrical boxes that may have possibly still been working and stuff, and there wasn't. So then we decided, I was asking a few questions. Michelle had her ovulus. I never say that right. I always say it wrong. She had that on, and she was getting a couple of things pop up right as we were standing there. One of them was barn, farm, slave, which is kind of interesting. And when I went and looked back on the history of the place, it did start out as a homestead. So there probably was a pretty big farm and stuff on there. Then we got like the words rot, tearing apart, molding. So we wondered if the spirit that was there was upset about the place kind of just being left there to rot away. Oh, she got the name Austin on her Ovilus. And so I was like, Austin, is that you? If you're here, can you knock? And we did get some knocking in that one back corner to the right several times.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to play it for you. Austin, was that you knocking? There was a knock in the back
Austin,
corner.
was that you knocking?
Yeah. I remember hearing that.
We heard that several times.
But we only heard it when you asked. I didn't hear it before or after.
Yeah, it did seem to be answering me. I have one funny clip to play for you. I thought it was funny.
Is this the visitor?
Yeah.
That was my favorite part.
Here we go.
Oh, there's a bird flying. Look, it's a bat. It's a bat. It's a bat. Isn't it?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh. Did not want it to get me in the head.
That's because that's it.
Yeah, that was funny. For her, not if it had me, it wouldn't be funny.
I hit her in the head. Why?
Is the bat coming back?
It came up, like around the corner.
Left.
Almost.
Left? You want us to go to the left, or did the bat left? Oh, there it is!
Oh, we all dropped to the floor. Where did it go?
It's right there. Where? I'm stuck and I can't get back up.
You hear the snort?
I don't want it to hit me in the head.
The bat scared him.
Where did it go? Did it go in the hole in the roof?
Oh.
Nope, back down again.
No.
Did we scare it away?
Probably. Did you see how fast we hit the pole? I know, we were like,
I do not want to get whacked in the head by that was a big bat.
I decided we're going down. I was like, yeah. I think it's confused on what's going on.
Oh, there it is again.
It's like, what's happening? It's like, why is there people?
Please just stay down there. Oh my gosh, that's a big one.
The fact that Dad was running scared. Stuff is running. Did you get that on video?
I don't know. I dropped too though, so I don't know if I got anything on video.
Anyway, I thought that was kind of funny.
That was funny.
You snorts and everybody drops to the ground. It was big, and
It was a big one.
I did not want to get chased by that stupid thing.
It was kind of cool to see it flying because the hallways were really long and skinny.
Yeah.
And there was just a small window at each end of the hallway. So there wasn't much light. But to watch that thing flying towards us in that little square was kind of cool.
We decided to do an EVP or a spirit box session, and I got a lot of clips off of it, but half of them I do not know what they say for sure. We were first kind of talking, did you work in the mine, blah, blah, blah. And then Michael started talking about, why don't you tell him what you started talking about?
Well, some of the things that were coming across the ovulus and some of the things that were said or we thought it said kind of made me wonder if there were other nefarious things going on there, like sex trafficking or drug trade or that kind of stuff. That's when he started asking some of the questions, and some of it seemed to fit because every mining operation, even in the old days, after work, they spent all their money on liquor and women. So who's to say that's changed? We wondered about it.
The EMF really started going all the way to red, kind of answering some of those direct questions as soon as Michael started talking about that. So we kind of started moving our questions in that general direction. Not all of them, but some of them. And I'm just going to go through the list that I have here. So we've got Sierra joining us because she has way better ears than Michael or I do. We're old fart. And we're hoping she can tell us what some of these say. And if not, it's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and play the first one. We had Jackson on the ovulus. That's why I asked. So
Are we talking to Jackson?
what do you think, Sierra? Any idea?
The first one sounds like I said it's Russ.
Oh.
Like that's his name. The second one kind of sounded like I said Jack.
Jack. Okay, let's listen to it one more time.
Are we talking to Jackson?
Maybe you're talking to Jack and Russ. I don't know what that means. Okay. And here's the next one.
Who's the woman we're speaking to? What's your name? Beth? Hi.
So I hear Beth right here. And then I hear hello right there. Tell me if you hear the same thing.
Who's the woman we're speaking to? What's your name? Beth? Hi.
What do you think?
Yeah, I hear the same thing.
So then this is why we asked this next question. We got the word shoot on the ovulus. So here's this clip.
Beth, did you shoot someone here? Travis? Travis?
At the very end, when I ask something, you can hear a woman's voice, but I don't know what it says, like right here. But these two voices, I don't know what they're saying. Maybe Travis?
Beth,
Wait again.
did you shoot someone here? Travis? Travis? Beth?
The first time I heard it, I thought I heard Scarlet.
Oh,
The second time I heard Travis.
let's listen to it again. What do you think?
Travis.
Travis? Could
I
be.
can hear both now, Scarlet or Travis.
There's another one.
Did a lot of people die here?
What did that sound like?
Yep.
I heard like a yo.
Yeah.
That's a weird way to answer that question, but whatever. This is one that Michael asked.
Did some nefarious things go on here besides mining? Were people bought and sold here?
Can you say that again?
So I asked it to repeat because I didn't understand what it said, but it didn't say anything after that. But this is what the word we captured. Sounds like an old man.
Yeah, it's the older man.
I can hear 3 different words.
What 3 words do you hear?
Either here, he says yep, like yerp, like
Uh-huh.
yerp, like with an accent, or dirt.
Yeah, I can hear that too. I don't know, but it does sound like an old man. The next one,
Did someone die here?
Staying, yep.
staying in what?
Yep.
Yep. Huh.
Say stain.
Yeah, it does sound like it. Maybe they left a stain on the floor.
There was a stain on the wall. Did you remember seeing that? It was a blood. Well, it looked like a blood stain, but I didn't think anything of it.
Okay, here's the next one.
Did something significant happen in this hallway that we're standing in? Did someone get... Can you say that again?
So I asked a question, then I started to ask another one because I didn't hear anything. But right at the end of that second question, you can hear a woman. And then I hear a woman again 2 more times. I think it's the same voice, but I'm not positive.
Did something significant happen in this hallway that we're standing in? Did someone get... Can you say that again?
I thought I heard it say who, and then I don't know, and then the last one sounded like Mike.
Can you say that again?
Well, we actually got Mike a couple of different times. I don't know if they were referring to you or if there's another Mike.
Did you live here? Here.
So to me, it sounds like yes, and then here.
Did you live here? Here.
What do you think, Sierra?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Were you a worker at the mine?
I don't know what that says. Any idea?
Troy
That's what I heard.
or destroy?
Could have been destroyed too.
Sounds like destroy.
Yeah, very well could be.
Maybe he used dynamite and stuff as his job.
Oh,
Or
maybe.
destroyed him
Oh, maybe.
Could have.
because of the radiation and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Could have been a lot of different things, huh?
You have so many different voices in these ones.
I
Though.
know. I think I counted a total of 12 possibly. And
Like half the town.
there was
So
a lot
go finally someone comes to visit.
Yeah, true. Nobody's talked to us in a long time. But normally we'll get like the same 2 or 3 over and over again. And there was a lot of different voices in this one.
I highly doubt anybody's ever tried what we did there before.
Yeah, it's not well known. That's for sure.
probably not a lot of people even stop there. It's pretty remote.
I don't think most people would want to stop there. Most normal people would not want to stop there. But I
It's
sure
our
thought it was
Disneyland, but
all right, here's the next one.
Is somebody down there?
I have no idea what that says.
Sounds like freed.
Freed? Yeah. Sounds like a woman to me.
yeah.
Freed. What was they referring to? Like down there,
Oh.
what's that? Is it like a staircase or something?
Down the end of the hall. I'll actually play that one.
I swear I just saw something walk from one room to another. Oh my gosh. My eyes playing tricks on me.
So I said, are my eyes playing tricks on me? And Michael, you went to say something and then something came across the spirit box, but it's quick and I have no idea what it says.
My eyes playing tricks on me.
But it's a voice. So then that's why Taylor asked, is somebody down there?
Kind of sounded like a laugh.
Oh, maybe.
He's like, haha.
You know, this was towards the end of our session and I swear I saw like a black shadow walk from one room to another. And then it looked like it was walking towards us, but it was more of like a see-through white thing the second time. Here's the next one.
Is that you knocking? Yes.
It sounded like a yes to me.
Yeah.
That's a deep male voice.
Is there something you would like us to know? What do you want us to know?
That's two different voices, but I don't know what either of them say.
What do you want us
I'm hearing spilt.
Spilt?
Was there a little desperation in his voice?
Yeah, sounds like it.
Well, the first one sounded like spilt. The second one sounded like help.
What do you want us to know?
Or mom.
Could be either.
I definitely hear two different male voices there.
One sounded like a younger boy. Blood was spilt. Like what?
Oh, maybe.
I don't know.
This one's kind of cool.
Lodging headquarters where the miners live.
I hear a yes at the end.
Lodging headquarters where the miners live.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got the name Austin on the Ovilus. That's actually what kind of started us investigating this section of the hallway. So this is where this question came from.
Is your name Austin?
It sounds like a no to me, but it's kind of mechanical.
I can hear either yep or nope.
That doesn't
That's not helpful.
Not helpful at all, but
I'm definitely sure it's either yes or no.
yeah, I think you're right. You're very smart. Very, very good observation, Mike. Here's another name we got. So that's why that I asked this question.
Is your name Owen?
Is it a quack?
Is your name Owen?
We had gotten the name Liam on a couple of different occasions, and this clip has actually got a lot of different things in it. So I'll just play it and then we'll discuss it. We got the name Liam on the Ovilus, and that's why I asked this.
Liam? Was Liam? Stop. Was Liam trying to protect you? Liam was good? Did Liam follow the rules? What? Liam, did you love Beth?
Yes.
Yeah, there was a lot of voices on there, and they did all sound like the same voice to me.
Can you back it up the part where it says where you thought it said Beth? But you asked, did Liam follow the rules? And it said except Beth. So maybe like he like broke the rules to hang out with Beth or something.
We had kind of thought when we were there that Liam fell in love with Beth. She
Yeah.
was one of the women that had been brought in against her will, and he tried to protect her, and he fell in love with her because we got the words love and affair and protect.
I think right before that you asked if Liam was good and it said good or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then it said, did he follow the rules? And it sounded like it said, except Beth.
That kind of makes sense.
Liam? Was Liam? Stop. Was Liam trying to protect you? Good. Liam was good? Did Liam follow the rules? Beth? Liam, did you love Beth?
Sounds like a yes at the end. That was an interesting clip. There was a lot on there.
Sounded like stop, and then it's like good. Said something like stop again, I think.
Uh-huh.
And then accept Beth. And then yes.
Mm-hmm.
What I heard.
Yeah, I think you're right there. That's cool. We have got the name Amelia on the Ovilus, so this is why this question was asked.
Was Amelia brought here against her will?
Uh-huh.
Is that what you heard? Is uh-huh?
Mm-hmm.
This very last one, tell me what you hear on that. I hear Mike.
Wait, play it again. Yeah, it sounds like Mike.
Sounds like Mike.
Sounds like Tice saying Mike, but he wasn't there.
He wasn't there.
Does sound like Tice.
Okay, here's the next one.
Were women captives here? Were women captives here?
I heard no, but it did kind of sound like a rough male voice.
What's your name?
I hear Mike again.
What's your name?
I was expecting him to say Tony.
What's your
Ezekiel. Well, Mike was a common name. Mike is still a common name.
Yeah,
I get involved in listening to what's going on. Sometimes I forget I'm part of it.
I know.
Was somebody shot here?
So the reason we asked is someone shot here because I think shot came across the Ovilus too.
Was somebody shot here? You say what? Were you shot here? Why were you shot?
There's a lot. There's like 3 different voices.
I'm just going to say the second one sounds like what?
I hear what clearly, but I don't know about the first one.
Let's listen to it again.
Somebody shot here?
What?
Sounds like a scoff.
Say what?
Yeah.
Were you shot here?
It's almost like, huh? What? I didn't shoot nobody.
Nothing.
Nothing?
That sounds like Cosette.
You're right. Nothing. I didn't do it. Nothing.
With me.
So here's the next voice.
Why were you shot?
To me, that sounds like Ivan or Isaac or I did.
Play it again. Why were you shot? I did.
And then I don't know
Play
what
it again.
that says. Face. Or
Yeah.
maybe face. Somebody was shot in the face. We got the word affair on the Ovilus.
Who had the affair?
Your poor wife had sinus problems really bad, so you keep hearing her going.
Who had the affair?
Liam,
Possibly.
because we had decided that he was the one that loved Beth. Okay, we got the word guilty on the Ovilus.
Who was guilty?
Liam.
Liam did it.
Can you make sense of any of that, Mike?
Maybe Liam cheated on Beth.
That's kind of what we were gathering too. And we did kind of get the impression that Beth was there against her will. We did get the impression that somebody had died in that hallway, that somebody had been shot. Disappointed that we can't tell you where we went, but it's for good reason.
Boy, it was fun though.
Wyoming's a fun state to visit. It's becoming one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Fun trip. Highly recommend that you take the back roads and see what you can find. Go explore some new places. Before we go, we'd like to play a trailer from our friends at Chills.
Hello, everyone. I'm Nina Cardona.
And I'm Preston Porras. We're the hosts of Chills, a weekly podcast where we discuss the paranormal, true crime, conspiracies, and our own personal paranormal stories.
We also encourage our listeners to write in their personal paranormal or true crime stories. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcast. We are also on Instagram at Chills Podcast NP. NP as in Nina and Preston. We hope you join us every Monday for a new episode.
If you enjoy our show, please like, subscribe, and leave a 5-star review. We will be introducing other Mystery Media Group guests in our upcoming episodes, along with weekly bonus material. If you'd like to see more pictures and evidence from our adventures, visit www.destination-mystery.com. You'll find a link to our blog, as well as a link for merch and contact information. Until next time, find your own destination.
Solve the mystery.
This is a production of Mystery Media Group.
Yay!